Hey, salut à tous et à toutes, c'est Tiiffany et aujourd'hui on se retrouve pour une nouvelle vidéo sur le jeu Remains of Edith Finch. J'espère que vous allez bien, en tout cas moi ça va. Alors la dernière fois on avait fait la première histoire qui était l'histoire de Molly, l'enfant qui a été puni, qui a été envoyé au lit sans manger et qui a commencé à tout manger. Et on suppose qu'elle se serait mangée.
I can't describe it, but I felt like some part of Molly was still here.
Donc voilà, donc on va continuer. Alors, c'est quoi ça? Ah pardon, je savais déjà plus la touche que c'était. Alors on va essayer de voir.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories.
Ah oui.
Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Ah, appelez le chat Molly. Que c'est une référence.
I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
Est-ce qu'elle l'a appelé comme ça par rapport à la gamine? Sûrement.
Her room was like a museum.
Sa chambre ressemblait à un musée. Odin. 1980. Non, 1880, pardon. 1937. Je ne sais pas lire. Alors.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune. And misfortune.
Pendant 500 ans, les Finch ont été connus en Norvège pour leur fortune et leur infortune. Comment ça marche? Ah, pardon.
Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan.
Odin Finch enterre les dernières victimes de la malédiction familiale. Sa femme Ingeborg, je sais pas comment on dit, et son nourrisson Johan.
On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
Le 7 janvier 1937, il prend la mer avec sa famille. D'accord, et sa maison. Ça paraît un peu bizarre, mais oui, pourquoi pas. Dans l'espoir de fuir la malédiction.
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
Et les vagues de 12 mètres de large de Washington envoient la maison et Odin dans le fond. Par le fond.
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island.
La fille d'Odin, Edie, avec son mari Sven et leur bébé Molly, ah tiens, débarquent sur leur nouvelle terre, Orcas Island.
Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery.
Odin plutôt. Je changeais visiblement souvent de prononciation. Odin Finch est le premier à être enterré dans le nouveau cimetière de la famille. Et ben c'est très gai, dites-moi.
His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Sa fille Edie rêve déjà d'une nouvelle maison pour les Finch. D'accord.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Alors, il y a des fois, on va peut-être se paumer en termes de généalogie, mais en même temps, c'est compréhensible. Il y a tellement de gens dans cette famille. Je n'arrive pas à lire ce qui est écrit. The Mystery of Death on Edith Finch. Ah, c'est lui qui avait eu ça. Ah,
Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones. Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
Bah super. Vraiment c'est un jaillon. La grand-mère qui fait ça. Ou l'arrière-grand-mère.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Ah. Dragon kills Finch. Ah, il s'est fait tuer. Par le toit. Super.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
C'est quoi ça?
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time. Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
Une taupe. Est-ce qu'il y a quelque chose d'autre? Non. Comment on sort d'ici?
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Mec 90 ans passé, d'accord. Oh, j'ai essayé de lire, ça servait à rien. Ok, on est dans la salle de bain.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
Ok. D'accord. Une chaise dans une baignoire, pourquoi pas. Les secrets de la baignoire. Enfin, de la salle de bain, pardon. Par Sven et Edith Finch.
There's a secret in this bathroom.
Il y a un secret dans cette salle de bain.
It's in the last place you would look.
Il se trouve au dernier endroit où on pensait chercher.
It isn't in the cupboard.
Il n'est pas dans le placard.
It's hidden in this book.
Il est caché dans ce livre. Oh mec. Qui a une maison avec autant de secrets, s'il vous plaît, quoi. D'accord.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Il n'a jamais jeté. D'accord. Milton. Faut pas être très grand, dis-moi, pour passer ici. Hein. Ah, on peut passer par là hein, si on veut. Alors, Fort Sam. Fort Kelvin.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him.
Et qu'il n'en parlait jamais. Tout comme un dance center.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
D'accord.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Oui.
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
Alors, je comprends pas trop dans quel sens ça va, mais sinon tout va bien. Hein. Ah, d'accord.
At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't.
Et il n'a pas eu peur.
I
Enterrement
think
de Barbara.
Calvin always wanted to fly.
Avait toujours rêvé de voler. Ok, table.
But that day,
Ce
he
jour-là,
finally
il a
made up
enfin
his
pris
mind
la
to do
décision
it.
de le faire.
I told him going around was
Je
impossible.
lui avais dit que faire un tour complet était impossible.
Maybe if I hadn't said that,
Peut-être que si je ne lui avais pas dit ça. Mais je ne
maybe
vais
if
pas
the
le
wind
répéter.
hadn't picked up,
Ou si le vent ne s'était pas levé.
then maybe he'd still be here.
Alors il serait
But I
peut-être
doubt.
toujours là, mais j'en doute.
I think he'd already made up his
Je
mind.
crois qu'il avait déjà pris sa décision.
That's what I want to remember about my brother.
C'est ce dont je me souviens. Je veux me souvenir à propos de mon frère. Oh là là, alors.
The day he made up his mind to fly.
Le jour où il a pris la décision de voler et qu'il l'a fait. Quelle idée aussi de faire ça.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Oui, après bon là...
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
D'accord. Et il avait quand même la jambe cassée, il avait
Mom
quand
said
même
Grandpa
essayé.
Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
C'est pas possible. Moi, ce qui me fait marrer, c'est vraiment tous les passages secrets qu'il y a dans cette maison. Ça n'a aucun sens. Hein.
The passages were a pretty tight fit.
Ah,
They'd
tu m'étonnes.
obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
En tout cas, tu veux aller à un endroit ou à un autre sans te faire cramer. Tu passes par là. Hein. Pour rejoindre les gens.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Comme une enfant star. My Friend Bigfoot. Barbara Finch. No Showing. D'accord.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Happy birthday, Barbara. D'accord. Donc. D'accord. Regarde un peu aussi les décors. Une enfant star, le cinéma. Plein de posters et de livres encore une fois. Qui était serveuse un temps. Parce que je vois pas trop pourquoi il y aurait ça, sinon. Barbara, 1944-1960. Ok, d'accord. Dreadful Story. Barbara Finch.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Celle-ci. Ah, elle a fait une BD. Incroyable.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale. inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up, a has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Ah, purée. Oh, cette musique. Désolé, c'est que j'essaye de me demander si cette musique c'est pas celle de Michael Myers ou l'exorcisme, mais je pense plus à Michael Myers pour le coup. Musique de John Carpenter. Putain, ça me fait flipper, putain.
And imagine the worst.
Oh mais c'est horrible. C'est hyper bien fait, mais c'est horrible par contre. Hein. C'est horrible cette vision. Oh. Avec quoi si je fais... Oula, je dis comme tout. Imagine, tu joues au billard comme ça me paraît compliqué, mais bon. Bref. Il essaie de nous faire peur avec l'autre. Ouais, non, c'est la musique de Myers.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Oh putain. Là, si, ouais, ça c'est son père qui s'est blessé. Oh purée, mais qui a ça? C'est chez soi, quoi. C'est horreur. C'est horrible. C'est une abomination, ce machin. Dieu, dégage.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Il m'a fait peur. Allez, tiens. Tu l'as mérité.
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Mais arrêtez avec cette musique. Walter Finch.
Walter, are you there? Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Ah!
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And whoever he was, he couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully.
Avec la musique, vraiment. Ah tiens, la chambre de Molly.
Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned.
Ok alors. Déjà. Bienvenue chez moi.
Wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Est-ce que... Elle est toujours là. Hein. Ah c'est marrant, il n'y a plus de photos. Ah c'est super bien fait, mais par contre... je vous cache pas que ça, je suis en train de flipper. Forcément. Obvious, il est plus là.
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was... At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh, il y a des gens chez elle.
Oh dear.
Oh non.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear.
Oh.
Now that's what I
Horrible.
call a real eerie tale.
Oh mon dieu. Ah non. Ah bah oui, forcément. Horrible. Horrible.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Putain, ce serait ses fans qui l'auraient tué, si on comprend l'histoire. Ça reste très glauque. Hein. 25 minutes. Je pense que je vais arrêter là. En tout cas, j'espère que cette vidéo vous a plu. Si elle vous a plu, n'hésitez pas à l'aimer, à la commenter, à la partager, à vous abonner à la chaîne. Et puis nous, on se retrouve pour la suite une prochaine fois. Sur ce, moi je vous dis à la prochaine. Tchuss!